Should now be live. We are live on the Tiki Talkie. Yeah. So I will let me adjust this just a little bit. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, no, maybe too much there. Yeah. I don't want too much. Yeah. All right, folks. If you're just tuning in, yes. Greetings and salutations. I've got camera there, I've got Instagram over here, and I've got my tablet to try to watch it on. It's crazy. Greetings. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in, whatnot. Give me a minute here. We are going to be installing this high voltage battery. High voltage battery in this Tesla Model X this morning. I have done all sorts of different repairs to this. I put a new quarter panel assembly on it, a new sail panel, whole new shock tower, rail. All this is all new. The suspension and everything is all new. And we're going live on TikTok as well, so you can watch us on either one. But I'm on Instagram here, so yeah, it is very weird. I do not want to hear myself on my tablet, so I am trying to, as I'm working, I have to work. So, you guys can watch, enjoy. If you have questions, I will come back periodically and check out your questions and whatnot. So, yeah. Anyways, so let's get this party started. Hello, everybody over there in TikTok land. We are going to be putting this high voltage battery back in this Tesla Model X here. It was a hard hit, a substantial hit. We put a new shock tower, rail, quarter panel assembly and such on it. Yes, you're saying, well, why didn't it total? Well, this is one of these rare birds that have lifetime free supercharging. So that makes it valuable. And how do you put a price on that? What is lifetime free supercharging worth? For an insurance company to pay out on a value of the vehicle. If you ask me, it's worth a lot. So so let's get at it. I am going to be working here, so I will try to talk. I'm not going to talk straight to you, but if you have questions, I will try to answer them. I've got it up on my tablet here, as you can see. So I'll go back to the tablet. I won't be going back to my phone. I'm also on Instagram. I'm Tesla Tech Lubob on Instagram, if you want to follow me. And on my Instagram people, I'm Tesla Tech Lubob on TikTok. So. All right, let's get this going. And before I say that, any questions? Anybody before we start putting this battery back up in here? So right now, this battery here weighs like 2,700 pounds. Right now, this floor here is just sheet metal. There's carpet right underneath it, the seats, everything. If you were to get inside this vehicle, you would actually have to be careful not to step on the. You could actually probably bend this out just a little bit. It's not. There's not much material there, but okay. So let's do it. So the first thing about putting one of these back in is proper storage. We got our little caps here for the high voltage ports and such. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, 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 yada. Doot, boot, boot. Yes, welcome new viewers. We are installing a high voltage battery back underneath a Tesla Model X. And it is heavy. Even in this stand is made for this, it is still difficult to move. Like I said, you were watching before, I put a quarter panel assembly on this. I put shock tower, frame rail, shotgun, sail panel assembly, the windshield door panel, and yeah, it's been a big job. And we waited quite a while for parts. The motor mount especially. So this battery here, you know, some of you might think that it's like a cell phone battery where it's like almost like not a hard thing anymore. This is actually, it's hard to explain, but I do have, for example, one of these. I have a Milwaukee battery. The case has been broken off of it, but you see these. And I'll come over here and show my TikTok viewers see these batteries. They're not a double A. They're not a C. They are what is commonly used in all sorts of different rechargeable things. Basically, this battery here is made up of a whole shit ton of blocks of these in a series and whatnot. I don't mess with that shit. There's, you know, you guys probably seen whatever on TikTok. No. If it gets into this stuff, that goes to Tesla service. We are the Tesla Collision Center, certified collision center. Even if the battery has to be replaced, I just took this out to do my repairs. But if this battery had to be replaced, it would have to go to Tesla service. And Tesla, because obviously there's a core charge. Tesla wants the battery back. I'm pretty sure they have some sort of whatever they do. I imagine they refurbish, fix, or whatever. I don't know. Not my job. I just fix the collision part of it. So not stuff I worry about or think a whole lot about. But just in case you're curious, these are the type of batteries that this makes up in chunks. They're like in bricks all throughout. Okay, so back to our regularly scheduled program. What are we doing over here? We're doing good. Hey, hello. Greetings, salutations. Thank you for joining. We're putting this battery back in this Model X. And I don't mean to repeat myself, but it's, you know, I got people on two different screens here right now, and yeah, let's do it. My name is Lewis, by the way, Lewis Robert, which is where I get the nickname Lou Bob from. Woo! In case anybody was wondering, I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. Right now, I'm working at Commons Paint and Body in Zionsville, Indiana. We're a BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Land Rover, Tesla, Corvette certified body shop. So we do all sorts of stuff. This is my focus though, is Teslas. And when it comes to my focus is, honestly, it's Model X's. And anybody that works on Teslas knows that's a kind of a sadomasochistic thing, but it's cool. Because when you get used to them, they don't get any easier, just to be honest, okay? But they are a strange breed of engineering and technology, and I don't know, I've just done enough of them that I've kind of gotten good at it. Or at least good enough. I hope. So we're getting this thing positioned first and foremost. I will check all my ports that make sure, even though we have the plugs in there, make sure there isn't any debris or anything weird like that. Last thing you want to do, anybody that's worked on a computer, last thing you want to do is try to plug in your whatever in the back, your bend a pin. Ooh, you know. Yeah, you bend a pin on one of these, and I don't even know. I don't even want to go down that road. So, I do have to get a borescope. Give me 1 second off screen here to grab our borescope. Welcome to my body shop, where I'm gonna put a battery in the Tesla. Okay, get my trusty borescope going here. I need the borescope so that I can line up these connections back here. I've got, and it's hard to see, but if I bring you all the way in here, you're gonna get seasick, but I've got connections here to this battery that I gotta just make sure, I mean, they're trying to make them user friendly, but you still have to make sure that they line up before you sit this thing down on there, because it's crushed, it's ruined by the time, I mean, yeah, you just, one of those things, you just do it, and hope for the best. I am using a snap-on borescope, meaning I could have got a Milwaukee one for a quarter of the price, but oh no, let's go with snap-on. I like spending more for the same thing. That's not true. I do like my snap-on tools. Right now, that's the only tool provider we have. The Matco man gave up his route. We have no Matco man. We have no Mac man. We have no Cornwell, no gear wrench. We have snap-on though. Throughout my whole career working in this industry, always had a snap-on man. All the other tool guys have come and gone. Snap-on's always been there. So if you don't know, a borescope is this little thing where you can see tight areas that you can't normally get to. So, all right, here we go. Any questions? Anybody? Real quick, I'm gonna just look at any comments or whatever. It's not a Pontiac, but boy, I started off on Pontiacs, that's for sure. But yeah, please guys, anybody, I'm just a dude. This is why I'm just a guy. I got 2 kids, a wife. I ain't no TikTok star. I ain't no YouTube fucking personality. I'm just a guy working and trying to share some of it with you all that might be interested. Even if I blew up and got a bunch of followers, I'd still be doing this shit because I love it. When I started off, not so much. I didn't love it. It wasn't until I got specialized and started really focusing on quality and, something more than just working on buy here, pay here, car lot crap. Like the body shop business varies in so many different ways. Somebody that tells you that I'm a body man, he can be a guy that just slings mud, cave it, flag it, kind of a guy like works at like a Carvana or just any of those buy here, pay here, used car hack places. Then you've got just the regular dealership guys that most of them have been there forever. And then you got a shop like ours where we specialize, and a lot of people that I'm friends with on Instagram and TikTok and stuff we're in shops where we specialize and primarily focus on high-end cars. European cars, lots of BMWs, tons of Land Rovers. We probably have 30 Porsches out on the lot. We've got like, I don't know, half a dozen Ferraris here right now. And then we get classic cars. We got a Cobra, well, no, I guess we got a brand spanking new 2021 Shelby Cobra. It's awesome. I'll have to go find it and I'll share it with you guys. But anyway, so let's put a battery in. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep talking. No, it's not an auction Tesla. No, this thing has lifetime free supercharging. This is an insurance job. The value of these Model X's vary, from 120,000, depending on the package that they had when they originally came out. This one isn't like a big fancy one, but its value came from the lifetime free supercharging. So, no auction tests. I don't work on totals. Fuck that shit. No, we don't. It's done right, done by the procedures by Tesla. I am Tesla certified. So let's do it. No, not an auction Tesla. But yeah, I get it. There's a lot of people out there that, You know, nobody ever talks about the guys that try to do these that touch something they're not supposed to, and then they die. Because it just, you know, I'm guessing that if you touch the 2 orange wires while it's live, you just vaporize. At least in my head, that's what I think would happen. I don't know, I'm not trying to do it. But. Okay, the slow and steady with the race. So we got 2 connections in the back, and then we got the our coolant connections up front here that we have to be concerned about. Make sure everything lines up before we sit down. Obviously, you know, we're sitting down, 4,000-pound vehicle down onto a fixed object here. You don't want any whoopsies. Pretty good there. Pretty good there. We got just a little bit of a adjustment, and let's come over a little bit here. Okay, so all I'm doing here is I'm just trying to line up my connections. When I get down closer, I'll use the borescope to nail down exactly what we're trying to get to. Well, Teslas or whatever, I don't own one. I pay my bills, put my kids through college with Teslas. That's what I care about, right? You know, I work on other things too, but these things pay the bills, and there's not very many places that can work on them. So, yeah, it doesn't matter if you think they're junk or not. I won't really necessarily share my opinion because my opinion doesn't matter. I just fix them. The people that have these typically have quite a bit of money. So, with that said, if you wanted me, I could take you through and show you some crazy things about these Teslas that nobody else really knows or sees. But, you know, I'm in a certified Tesla shop. If you ask me, they're just fine. I have no opinion. I just work on them. Nobody asked me if I like them when I applied. This last little bit of adjustment is always a pain in the butt, especially on a concrete floor. Come on. All right. Need something more. There. Keep these wheels. I need something to chalk these wheels. Boop, boop, boop. So if you're just tuning in, we're in Indianapolis, Indiana. Right, my shop is in Zionsville. I'm in Noblesville, Indiana, is where I live. And today we're putting a high voltage battery back in this Model X. I'm lining up the plugs here so that we can drop this sucker down on and reattach it. Okay. Let's look up here. We're looking good. Any questions? Anybody? Tesla spotter fan. That's interesting. Yeah, cool. Anybody, real quick, any questions? Hello? Greetings, salutations. Lick it and stick it. Damn straight. Thank you, Noah. Love you, bud. Yeah, you know what, man? You either get into doing them or you don't, right? Right, Crayons? They're an acquired taste. Model X's, though, I mean, I don't know. There's enough of them out there, and if you get into a Falcon door, I imagine there's technicians that have quit their jobs and quit the industry over Falcon doors, trying to get them to fit and work correctly. Because it's not body work when it comes to a Falcon door. It's problem solving, flow charting. You have to think like an engineer, but not a smart one. You have to think like a stupid engineer to figure out what they were thinking when they. And at the end of the day, when I get done with a Falcon door, it always fits better than factory. I can't say that about a Honda. You know, a Honda, if I repair a whole side of a Honda, replace everything structurally on a Honda, the whole side, I make it exactly like factory. Because that's right. Teslas, though, better than factory. And you take that for what it is. My hoods, my doors, my tailgates always fit better than factory. Always. But that's not saying a whole lot. Okay, so I'm right there. I need to get there's my spikes. Stick them up in here. And guys, I apologize. I wish I could sit there and chat away with you, but as you know, I'm working. I'm working. I have music on, but I'm afraid I'll cancel my damn lives because I'm on Instagram and TikTok here. Both Tesla Tech Lubob. If you want to cross, like, or share, please share. Like, I don't know how many viewers I got. I got, what? We got 55 on TikTok and, we got one on, crayons. Well, we got crayons and Noah Campanella was there, but we lost crayons. But yeah, that's all right. Keep on watching, folks. We're going to be here all day. Working on Saturday. Taking a 4-day weekend next week, guys. I'm happy to take it, too. I feel like I've earned it. Heck yeah. Here's my other one. Whoa, that's weird. I don't know, any other people out there that work in a shop? It's weird being here on a Saturday. It's so quiet when this shop is normally so loud that there's no way I could be talking to you guys right now because it's so loud. But on Saturday, it's just me, all by myself, which is the way I like it. I mean, I like my helper Calvin's usually here with me. I like that because he gets to do all the little things. So this is the part where it'd be really nice to have an extra hand to help, but you're by yourself. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh yeah. Yeah. And again, welcome. My name is Lewis Gogel. We're in Zionsville, Indiana. I'm glad you guys tuned in. Please keep watching. Please share. We're putting a high voltage battery back up in this Model X. Put a whole right side on it, pretty much. It was a hard hit, but you know, these things are worth a lot of money, and it's turned out to be a great repair, as always. Of course, we would not have done it otherwise. All right, so here's the trickiest part of this is we're all the way down. I'm like that far away from these plugs. And I've got these 3 connections. I got the 2 in the back, and I got the 2 coolant ones in the front here. Gotta try to, you gotta square it up, and you gotta look, be careful. If I had somebody else here with me, I could tell them to go ahead, lower it down, lower it down. I'm gonna use the bore scope here. You get up into tricky little areas. Just make sure that we're lined up enough to, and I'll tell you what, this bore scope thing makes, I almost have to take some Dramamine me before I use it. It's like, just, bleh, makes me motion sick. Boy, it looks like it's dead on. If I knew how to do these things better, I could show you guys, but heck, I can barely see it myself on here. That, me moving the camera around, you would all hate it. I know I would. I don't want to see somebody bouncing camera around everywhere. Ain't no Blair Witch Project or nothing. Okay, just a little bit more. Right there too. Come back. This is literally the hardest part, guys. This last little bit here, like the last thing I want to do is break one of these connections. It's absolutely possible. It is just, it's actually almost too easy to do. That's why I take my time here, make sure it's right, at least hope. Gosh, that looks perfect. Come over here. I think we're right there. Okay, so I know it's probably incredibly boring, but give me a second here. That last little, hopefully I can get this sucker stuck right in there where it needs to be, and we'll do it. So yeah, I get work all the time from service for not just alignment work for the doors, but the and hoods and shit. But I also they like to cross thread bolts and ship out bolts. They're really kind of talented about it. I should be dead on. Here. Should be. Last look up here at our coolant reservoirs. That looks good though. Or not a coolant reservoir, but the connections. So hard to see things with this. It just makes me want to. feel good about it. Is that something? Okay. All right. Should be good. I'm gonna sit her down on there, guys. Go, sit her on there. Should be it. Should be it. I think I'm good. Last thing you want to hear is plastic breaking. There we go. I wouldn't say the battery's installed, but I would definitely say that it's in there. All right, it's starting to get hot. Or 20 degrees outside. It's like 80 in here. Okay, so now we're going to go through our hardware. We are going to attach this battery back up into the vehicle, and hopefully we'll make this thing move on its own today. That's my goal, is to get this thing able to fire up, come alive, connect back to the mothership up above, the satellites or whatever, and be able to drive her over to paint. Might be a big goal, but it's my goal. Gotta have goals. Goals are good. Always gotta set goals and go with them. Okay. All right. We get a drink real quick, and we're gonna sort through our nuts and bolts. We're gonna stick this sucker on. If anybody has any questions, now's a good time. I'll answer anything that I can. Just ask away, and I'll do my best to tell you what's what about these Teslas. I've worked on them all, so. Yeah, so. If you're just joining, we just got the high voltage battery back underneath. Get ready to sort through the bolts to reattach it. If you have any questions, please ask away before once I start. Jesus does love everyone. It's not pulled out. You guys are so funny. These things are. How do I like being a Tesla tech? Honestly, I love it. I went from a dealership. I was at GMC dealership for 12 years. Earlier in my career, I'd been at Independence before that, but I went to a GMC Pontiac Buick when Pontiac was still around and doing body work. I started off as a painter, but it's not just the Teslas, but I would say specializing in anything in this field is important. Making yourself in demand. Anybody can kind of work on Hondas, but I mean, structural is different, but these, not just anybody can work on them. You have to get used to, you have to, I don't know, been through the war with them. The Model X's especially, there's so many nuances that I could imagine being a tech at the GMC dealership and somebody telling me that I had to put a sight on one of these. It would have been impossible back then. Now, I mean, now I get excited about it. I'm like, woohoo, we're gonna cut this thing in half. And if you look at my history, you'll see I cut these things in half. I've done just about everything you can to a Model X. And a Model 3, and a Model Y, and a Model S. I mean, there might be a couple procedures I haven't hit, But usually the procedures that I haven't done is because once you get so deep into them, they're total. Or hopefully, right? And these Model X's, it takes a lot to total one of these. Yeah, didn't pull it out of the dirt. But yes, I mean, this thing has stat. It took. This is one of these vehicles that the customer and the owner fought tooth and nail on. I'm sorry, the owner and the insurance company fought tooth and nail on. Insurance company kept trying to total it. Owner came back. He has lifetime free supercharging on it. What is that worth? If you have an EV car, an electric vehicle, and it has lifetime free supercharging, how much is that worth? Well, actually, it only increases over time as energy becomes more expensive. Just like gas prices, electric prices go up too, right? Well, instead of going to the supercharger and paying for it, this guy, when he bought his, that was part of the promotion. It was back in the early days of Tesla. He has lifetime free supercharging. I think that's worth more than the vehicle's actual value. I guess, right? If you had a vehicle you never had to buy gas for again, yeah, that's pretty substantial, I think. But anyway, so let's get back at it here. This thing ain't gonna put itself on, that's for sure. So we're gonna. These are all the different bolts that hold this sucker in. You got these 13s that go all the way down the side of it. They got some blue lock bar on them. Then we got these inverted Torx that go up from the bottom in the middle of it and stuff, and then hold it up into the body. That's pretty much what holds it in. There is no actually plugging anything in. It sits down onto the plugs. The cooling and liquid system, the liquid cooling system, it sits right down onto the gussets or whatever you want to call them, the tip cocks or whatever. So there's no plugging it in. There's no any of that crap. And this thing has, even though the battery's technically plugged in right now, there is no power to this vehicle because there is a high voltage cutoff switch that obviously before we do any procedure like this, you disable that. You undo that and the 12-volt battery, because even when you disconnect the high voltage battery, it also the doors and everything else, all the accessories run off the 12-volt. The high voltage is just for the heating and cooling and the power train, basically. All the interior little gadgets and this, that, or another, your dash, your doors opening, your interior lights, your stuff like that is all run from the 12-volt. Well, if your high voltage is not hooked up, that cat runs the 12-volt down very quickly. Do I offer training? Yes, I can. I mean, I have an apprentice that I've trained. He's almost been here a year. He's making damn good money now. So yes, do I offer training? If you're willing to come and work, I will train you. I will pay you. It could be paid training if you are interested and you want to work. We're always, anybody that's motivated, the body work business is a dying business, or not dying, but it's, for so long, so many kids were told they had to go to college. You had to go to college if you want to make a living. You have to go, you got to go to college. You have to do 4 years, you got to get a degree. Go into IT. Yeah, go into IT. That's where it's at. Well, guess what? All these kids have gone to college, went into IT, this, that, or another. But you know what? Those jobs don't pay shit because they can always hire another kid right out of school with the same skills as the guy that's been there for 20 years. Maybe not the same skills, I don't mean like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are not, this trade here, this experience, let me put it this way, without giving you numbers, I make doctor money. Okay? Doctor money. Not anesthesiologist doctor money, but I would say general practitioner money. When I first started off 25 years ago or whatever it was, the goal was and it was the mythical goal, was that there's guys in this business, they make $100,000 a year. There's painters that make $100,000 a year. Well, as we all know, with inflation and all that other bullshit, 100K sounds like a lot, but really isn't. If you are a husband with a family, wife that stays at home, you can't, at 100 grand, you just can't barely make it today. You can, but can't. Not like what that was in previous years. But the demand for our position for technicians that actually know what they're doing with experience or being trained, we are incredibly valuable. And we're only going to become more valuable. Even if these cars start driving themselves, they're still going to wreck. I constantly fix cars from service that are wrecked on the delivery trucks. You know, nobody's even driving them and they're tearing them up. No artificial intelligence is going to prevent that. Natural human intelligence can't seem to be figured out how to transport a car without destroying it. So, yeah. I originally, when I first got in this business, so my father did this shit. My father was a mechanic, raced hot rods out in SoCo, California, back in the 50s and shit. He was a mechanic, body work, this, that, or another. I swear to myself, I absolutely loathe cars. I grew up doing this shit, but I didn't want to. And so when I graduated high school, I went to college for IT, back then it was called computer science. And yeah, that was, what a career of never feeling good about what you're doing. There's nothing to feel good about. You don't, as much as this might be a pain in the ass for how big the job was, when I'm done, it goes away, and the customer looks at it and goes, wow, it's amazing. And not just the customer, but as I have done this, and the car's been cut apart, even parts drivers from all these different dealerships and whatnot, deliver parts, with the doors open, they would see it, and they'd be like, wow, that's a pretty, oh, wow, you're fixing that? Yeah, that's what I do. And pretty much all this shit that I do is always the biggest, most hardest hit, clobbered vehicles that we have. The ones that are just borderline total, and that's the way I like it. The bigger the better. There's just as many headaches in doing a bumper job as there is doing an $80,000 job. Okay, so maybe you guys can help me. I have the rest of those bolts in my hand. I know I didn't put them in over here. So where did I sit down? A fistful of bolts. Seems unlikely. I think somebody snuck in here and stole them. What do you think? That's the way I feel. Oh, there they are. Right where I left them. All right. So I'm not even tightening these down. I got to torque them. I think the torque specs are, I'll have to look them up. It's been a little bit. I don't know. They're like 60 or 40 years. All I'm doing is just getting them threaded in so that I can lift this vehicle back up. Boop, 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 boop. I'm loving it. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, 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 ooh. There's those. All right, let's, I got my two big ones for the front of the battery over here. Boom. There we go. There we go. There we go. So on these, one thing that's important on Teslas in general, you do not use an impact. Why, you say? I mean, even my little zippy gun I use on certain things, but let me grab it. You do not use impacts, even the little one. The big one, little one, this is my 3/8, I gotta have it. Use them on the wheels and stuff, but, so, the reason being is that these things are 95% aluminum. Well, aluminum studs in the rails, aluminum nutserts, aluminum this, that, or another, they can break like that. You use a ratchet, it just turns, right? It doesn't hammer, wham, 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 wham. It just turns. That's okay. Still frowned upon for any sort of ground wires, these studs and stuff like that. I mean, if you're a rookie, no. You stick with, you get a hand ratchet until you learn what snug is and broken is. Because it's no fun to try to weld back on a broken threaded stud on the frame rail, or the firewall, or the shock tower. You get my point. Okay, real quick, any questions? I know, yes, thank you, yes, just work. I would like to just work. I feel like I need to ramble though. It'd be really fucking boring if I don't like try to. It's funny, I literally was telling myself, you're just fucking rambling, Lewis. But I'm like, start telling Aesop fables. Got a couple more. Those all go up in the front. Let's do it. Get it. Yep. All right. Just all right, we'll lift her up. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. There we go, dude. We still have all these inverted torque keys put in. But with that installed, boy, this cable sure is a hell of a lot lighter without. Got that. heavy ass battery on it. Put stuff back where it belongs. So, anybody tuned in? We're in Indiana. This is Zionsville, Indiana. Putting the battery back underneath the Tesla Model X. So we got all those 13s that ran down through the sides, holds up on the sides, and then we got all these inverted torques that go down through the middle. So eventually, hi! Yeah, I see you on my Instagram. Greetings to everybody tuning in that have just tuned in and whatnot. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. This is a, yeah, who cares? If you don't know, then you don't need to know. Okay, that one's just call me Butterfinger. Okay, we got one that's being a pain in the butt there. Why? I'm not real sure. But we will go ahead and we're almost started. I'm not knocking them down as you can hear. You don't hear it. Yep. That way I can make sure that apparently it looks like something is just a little misaligned. Nothing major. Okay. Let's see. All it takes is just a couple millimeters and you're off the mark. Definitely don't want to cross-thread any of these some bitches. We're not service, are we? No. Yeah, we don't cross-thread bolts around here. At least we better not. That's being a pain in the butt. Okay, so that one, but not that one. Right in. Okay, then we got another one that doesn't want to start for some silly reason. So we left this where it must be just, it just needs to shift just a wee little bit. Just a wee little bit. So I have one there, so I have 4 bolts left. Okay, so no biggie. We go back too far. You guys doing all right? Yeah. Watching, still watching? Yeah, everybody? Everybody happy? Happy? Yeah. Checking it out. Cool. Okay. Woo. Okay, there's my thingy thing. So yeah. 3 beats. Where did I put my thing? Hey. Boop, 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 boop. Hey. Like these. Okay, I need to see like you got one pesky. Oh, why are you being so pesky? See you. Yeah, that's one pesky. Why aren't all the other ones lined up, but you don't want to? Come on. Really, you gotta have one bolt. There's a saying in this business, they call it, there's an asshole in every bunch. If you ever take a bumper off, should be a simple little bumper removal. Oh no, you gotta have 110mm or something, one stuck. Get stuck or for whatever reason, you end up having to grind the head off of it to get the damn bumper off. Well, that's definitely a pesky bugger right there. I don't know why it's biting me so much. Where did I had my awls out here. this? Yeah, kind of. It's just, you got so many holes you got to get lined up. It's just, you can't force them. Definitely don't cross thread them. There we go. That one got me one. Okay. Just got a couple more left. Guess this one's the same thing. Just needs little lovin's. Wow, it's a pesky motherfucker, isn't it? Well, that's... I honestly, I don't really understand why it's being so pesky. But, you know, it just happens every now and then. And it's nice to see that everybody just abandons me when I need you most. I need your lovin's. I need your lovin's, guys. I need your lovin's. You gotta send me some love. Send me some love. Shoot, is my boot coming unzipped? That's untied. I just need you to move over just a scoosh. Why? I just did. Well, at least it's consistent. Last one every bunch, showed up. So there you go. You got 2 bolts that absolutely do not want to go in. All the other ones started. Makes sense, right? Well, how did all the other ones start? You got these 2 weird ones not wanting to. Well, I can't actually answer that for you guys. Of course, I can't even. Well, I guess that's what I've got to do. I must have got some of those too tight. I figured there'd be such a pain in the butt. And then again, I never do. And it always is. Where'd everybody go? How much the battery cost? I think what do they say? They're like, they used to be like 25,000. I think now they're like 17.5 or something. I'm not putting a new battery underneath it. I am just reinstalling the battery. I replaced the whole right side pretty much on this Model X. So that's what I'm doing. In case, as you were curious of, it is expensive to replace the battery. It's the cost of the battery. The labor isn't that crazy. I would say what the labor would be like, I don't know, 10 hours or something. It might be $1,000 labor or such, but it's the cost of the battery itself. But I mean, really, technically, you should never have to replace the battery. Would be what I would think, but I'm not an engineer. I'm just trying to get these last holes lined up so I can finish putting all my fasteners in. But I've got a couple of holes that are being jerked. Why? I'm not even certain. They're just are. Should go right up in there. It's right there. Gosh. I don't know what more it wants, but apparently it wants the freaking world. Son of a bitch. It's just gonna be like that. It's just not, you're just not gonna let me put these bolts in, huh? For what reason? Got two left. Amazing. Anyways, well, this is normally a lot easier than this. It is what it is. How's everybody doing? Okay, we're getting ready to get back out of here. Give me a second. Boot camera time. Okay. It's silly. I move it just like that, and then it moves, and then comes here, and then cannot get this last bolt in. Nothing's tight either. So, maybe that's what it is. An easy go. Towards. It absolutely will not work. Eventually, he's going to just fall on my head. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, so aggravating. Anyways, so yeah, that's a thing, huh? What is it? Those are the start first. Wouldn't make sense on okay, well, that's that. We will have to figure out something else there as far as that shit goes. Doesn't usually fight me like that. This one certainly has. So, putting out all the rest of it is all lined up. But I got it. Gosh, it's right there. Just make sure I'm going the right direction. Damn, it's just that stubborn, guys. It is every now and then. That's why this job just makes it difficult sometimes. See if I can get started. I am not making any progress, so we gotta try something different. There we go, that moved. That's all I really need is just ever so little bit. Just need to come back a little bit now. This battery needs to go back to the corner. This all fizzled out pretty quick. How's it going, guys? Thank you for tuning in. We're just reinstalling the high voltage battery in this Tesla Model X. Thank you for tuning in. I'm on Instagram and TikTok here at Tesla Tech Luba. Share, please. Let some people know. Or don't. That's up to you. You want to keep this all yourself. I just need your little secret sauce. I'm cool with that as well. Wow. There's some shitty biddies right there. Suppose they are. Oh, I'm loving it. Let's see what we got here. Wrong direction. Hello, how are you? I'm glad that you tuned in. Oh, 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 hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How is it going? Yay. Two bolts is all I need to put in. This really feels like something where I've been set up. Okay, well, that just kind of makes everything feel like crap, so. All right, guys, well, that's a pretty good day, I think. I mean, what do you think? I guess I'm looking at my tablet, not you guys, but. So we got the battery in there. I got a couple of pesky Torx bolts that don't want to line up, and I'm not going to waste your all's time with that. So I think that's a pretty successful live day. I mean, what do you guys think? Who do I got left here? On my TikTok. Who's left on my TikTok? Fox Jasper 133. Thank you for tuning in, man. I'm gonna call it a day. My plan was just work half a day here, and I think that's what I'm doing. So you all have a great day, and yeah, tune in. Okay, Kiki-Taki, I'm done. Thank you for tuning in. We'll do it again. I'll look at the insights and stuff and figure out how I can do it better. I mean, I did get dirty. Yeah.